In this video, we're going to take a look at how you can update to the latest release of Traverse PC via your TPC connection. The way you'll start is either if we send you an email, you can click on the link there, or from directly within Traverse PC, go to the Tasks Manager, come down to the TPC License section, and click on Manage License. So this takes you out to the TPC website. It's going to then ask you, if you're not already logged in, it's going to ask you to log in or register, but you should already have your account, so you should be able to just log in. Choose Login here. And now I'm at the License Manager. Now what you're going to see here, the important thing that you need to take a look at is you need to go to your Downloads tab, and what you're going to look for, you may have many things in your downloads, as I do here, but what you're looking for is TPC Professional Connection. In this case, we're looking at installing the TPC Desktop 2019 R0 Beta. Now it shows up in my list of files that I can download. So I click on this here, and I'm going to save the file. Now we're in Internet Explorer from Microsoft, so different browsers will show this differently. I'm going to save this file and let it download. Now, I did not have you sit through the entire download. In this case, my Internet Explorer is not showing me that it's finished downloading, but it has. Now, that file is located in my Downloads folder. I'm going to bring up my File Explorer, and I'll go to my Downloads folder. Right up here in my Quick Access, I'll go to Downloads, and I can, if I've got a lot of things in my downloads, I could sort by date. And once I sort by date, then right at the top of my list, I should see this download that I just brought down. I'll just double click it to run it. I'll go ahead and get this off the screen. And I'll walk through the normal installation process that you've all been through how many times in Windows. Now I'm going to go ahead and choose Finish with it set to launch the program. I'll go ahead and choose Finish, and you'll see the normal screens that you expect to see from Traverse PC when you install a new program. It's going to ask you where you want your program data. You can just say OK if you want it in the default location. It will tell you that their previous version of TPC Desktop was found, and it asks if you want a copy. In this case, I will choose no. You normally would choose yes. It'll ask where you want to keep your survey jobs. Where's your job folder? If you want the default location, you can choose OK, or you could click the Browse button to browse to your jobs folder if you have set one specifically. I'm just going to choose OK, and that will bring me to my program validation window. Now, for the purpose of this video, I am John Smith, and my company name is John Smith Land Surveying. Now, you should all be familiar with this. Now, what I do now is I need to validate the program. Now, at this point, I'm not going to have a program license key, so I'm not going to worry about that. This is being installed via my TPC connection license key. So I go back to my web browser, and I go back to the Licenses tab. And I'm going to look through my list of licenses, and I'm looking for my professional connection. This is what I need. you're not going to see a 2019 key. I've got one here, but that's just because I test a lot of programs and I'm set up that way. You're looking for TPC edition, whatever edition you're on, connection, and this key. Now I'm just going to double click it. If you're not familiar with this, a double click will select a word or a phrase. Now that I've selected it, I'll right click it and choose copy. Now I'll jump back into my TPC Desktop 2019, and I am coming down to TPC connection. I'll right click here, choose paste, and now I'll validate. It's going to tell me that my validation is complete. I'll choose OK, and I'll get the splash screen for Traverse PC starting up. It will check to see if any updates are available, and obviously I've just downloaded the latest program. I'll go ahead and close this, and then the very first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to set this maximized. Always run Traverse PC maximized unless you're stretching it out over multiple monitors. Now at this point, I'm going to go straight into program settings. And the very first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to the support tab, and I'm going to turn on remove validation when TPC closes. And I can take a look at my TPC connection. It's going to be expiring on April 30th. So I might be thinking at this point, well, do I want to take care of that now, or I could just wait and let our system remind me when it's time. But the key thing is to turn on remove validation when TPC closes. This is going to allow me to log out of Traverse PC. Let's go back to our license manager. And if I look here, this key is active. If I close out of all of my Traverse PCs, assuming that I have set all of this prior, if I have this turned on, choose OK, close Traverse PC, and then if I refresh this screen, and I tend to use the F5 key for refresh, if I refresh this screen, and scroll down and look at my professional connection, it's now showing inactive. So that's going to allow me to install the same program on my laptop computer that I take into the field, or whatever alternate computer I may need to install on. Now, when I start the program the next time, once again, it'll give me the splash screen to start. I'm back in here. Now if I go back and refresh this, it is going to show that this license is now active. Now at any time, if I need to remove this license, let's say this computer gets locked up, I didn't turn that option on, well, this may be left active. I could go to manage sites and I could deactivate this license on this computer so I could use it elsewhere. And that's it. That's how you can update your program via the TPC connection. You'll receive an email from us telling you when it's time to go out here and take a look at your downloads and find the new download that's available to you. And you can either use the link in the email or through Traverse PC's task manager, choosing manage licenses right down here. Okay, that's it. Thank you for your time, and I hope you enjoy your new program.